constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Seminoles will put total weather and we'll get started. He'll bring it back looking for help. Makes a move. He's chased out of bounds, but man, does that return set them up with spectacular field position at the plus 46. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll leave it with him. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Jackson will throw. Got his man down the middle. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe he needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And the Razorbacks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun, the inside give. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Wants to go up top. Got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Jackson gonna throw it.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions, but sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll try the run. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Right back to it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Finds a little space. There he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
We got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for a first down.
The Razorbacks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking for a gap. It's Russell. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And I'd love to see this offense be physical like this to finish the first half. Like, you're up by 3, put a good first half together. Going into the half right here, got a chance to make this a 2-score game, and I want to chew a lot of this clock. I don't want to give them a lot, so if we can run the football, be consistent, and add to our lead before the half.
Trying play action. Looking to the big tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
3rd down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Jackson will throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but the left some points off the scoreboard there.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Knowles are in the hurry-up.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for him.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab, go to the middle. It's James. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Here's some pressure. Finds the big tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Seminoles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to pass, it's Washington. He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Really good zone coverage. I think really good understanding to start the play. 3rd down, reads pass, linebacker breaks on the football in zone coverage, knocks the ball down, and forces the 4th down.
They kick it away on 4th down. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. That short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Jackson gonna throw it. Starting to feel a little pressure. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have that home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surroundings. shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw. It falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first two possessions. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Bring in the heat. A strike downfield. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Yeah, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The play action fake. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Kringle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Now adjusting. Fires to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open grain, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
How about the coverage by the defender on that throw? It was as if he knew where the ball was going to go. He practically ran the route for the wide receiver before swatting it away.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Jackson will throw. He's got him. Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
As a quarterback, I'm trying to find my matchup, get the ball to my guy so he can do something with it after the catch. When you put it on his body, he can catch it and then break a tackle and make a play happen like he did just there.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
And the Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. They'll try to get the first through the air. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
From the 20, it's second and short. They just need a couple. He might want another play. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Pringle. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Dropping back, it's Washington. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his man. It's Hawkins. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Dropping back, it's Washington. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's James. Turns it on in midfield. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Touchdown, no! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Look, great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
And now this offense will take the field again. Jackson gonna throw it. Working that wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's clapped. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. I formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. Think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He wants to throw it again. Unloads it left. Tosses it incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
and will throw. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole way is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And guys, still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
That's now the second missed field goal for this guy. You have to wonder if the weather is playing a bit of a factor. Not easy to kick in these kind of conditions with all this rain.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He's going to run it. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannell-ish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winkie. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but, man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
On the ground, it's Pringle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
To throw, it's Washington. Fires one high and deep. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense at an empty set. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking for the goal line. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. Second and goal coming. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Number 5 in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. Sam Houston is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to Kennesaw State. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air, it's Washington. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
So now it's second and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Runs through and runs through another one. At midfield, he's got to move. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get it at the 21-yard line.
It is nice to have an athlete at quarterback like that can make things happen. He's just so fast. He takes away angles, still has the option whether he wants to pitch it, can still make you look stupid doing that or running the football like he did there.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it first and 10 just outside the 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Pringle. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On the run, it's Pringle. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. Grab near the sticks. It's Hawkins. And they'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but
and here's the 3rd interception of the night. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
To the air, it's Washington. Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
They'll ride Davis here. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away.
Touchdown, Knowles! A great catch and run for 6. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going... Oh, he's got some space. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB, because they're in a huge hole, and they
pick off to stop the threat. Bringing it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to thread the field position with the return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passionate, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Might be calling a hot route.
White 29. White 29. Check. Blue 27, patio.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count.
Let's go. Right. Single. Set.
To the ground with the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. They'll move the tight end. To the air. It's Washington. Right down the middle. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Going to swing it on second down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Intercepted deep in his own end.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
On the direct snap, it's Davis. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Washington. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Makes the catch at the 45. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Here comes the heat. Plucks it out of the air. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Razorbacks in the hurry-up. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Takes a hit as he fires. Catch in the middle, it's Platt. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And the jumbo formation is on the field as they line up for the 2 points. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Might be changing the route. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Pocket breaking down. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He wants a big play here late. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run play action. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Clemson made it look easy, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Tigers. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wilson will throw. Using his feet to buy time. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Looking to throw on first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Fires toward the end zone. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the 4th quarter. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm